I have my 10 years as a deputy and 10 as a speaker.
Oh, I have my 10 years as a deputy and 10 as a speaker. Far. Say that one more time.
I have my 10 years as a deputy and 10 as a speaker.
Okay, you think?
Yeah, we do. We have the numbers. We shall test.
We have the numbers.
Because already this side about 80 people who have voted nay. So and who was about 130.
Better make sure that those Baganda
Better make sure that those Ivagandas what? Let's go back here.
better make sure that those Baganda
Better make sure that those Bagandas. Let's go back. What are you saying?
make sure that those Baganda
Better make sure that those Baganda don't get the numbers. Let's go back and listen to what she says.
Because already this side about 80 people who have voted nay. So and who was about 130.
better make sure that those Baganda
Hey! Now, I should tell you I'm not a Buganda. I'm a fan of Buganda Kingdom. Look, it raised me. Many Buganda people loved me. They taught me their language. I am a lover of the Buganda culture. I'm a Munyankore. Ndiyo Munyabushenyi. Omunyabushenyi. Owakaro karunji. Bushenyi. Omusi yoburo. Omusi yobuochi namajuta gente. I'm a Munyankore. So don't be like, you totu kuba Buganda, you. Nayagamba, better make sure those Buganda don't get the numbers. Hey! Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you. Yatuga makono tugamba nti ye kifo akirimu for 10 years. Don't take my word for it. Kankwe receipt then nkuwe ebivuddeyo. Uli Daily Monitor yagamba I still have my 10 years as deputy speaker and 10 years as the speaker. Then Deputy Speaker Anita Among said as she responded to corruption allegations against her that had made rounds on social media. Listen to what she says, ladies and gentlemen.
never allowed to come down because of any intimidation,
Oi!
any blackmail. Never allow it. Whoever is, we know the people who are doing it,
Okay.
but you must stand firm. And we must take this country up to where we want it to be.
Where do you want it to be, you?
I have my 10 years as a deputy and 10 as a speaker.
Oh, I have my 10 years as a deputy and 10 as a speaker. Far! Say that one more time.
I have my 10 years as a deputy and 10 as a speaker.
Okay, you think? Now I should tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that I do not have any sides. I'm known for Jacob Oboth-Oboth, whom I'm going to tell you just in a moment. I'm known for Nobody Mao. I'm known for Anita Among. I'm for popcorn. Hey, babe, pass me my popcorn, give me my drink, and let me enjoy.
You're watching Mordecai Marissa Live Political Commentary. Please consider subscribing to help grow Uganda's Voices of Struggle ecosystem. Thank you.
I cannot appreciate you enough for using your valuable time to always go on social media, break down things for people.
Enjoy. Welcome to Mordecai Marissa Live. Woo! Come on. Like I told you, ladies and gentlemen, we are still in fixing the technology. So if something's not as perfect, we are still trying to fix technology. But regardless, we keep going. Ladies and gentlemen, used officially and discarded. I should reduce this music. Officially used and discarded. Anita Among has been told, pack up and leave, by none other than Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, God the Father, and God the Son, who is Muhoozi Kainerugaba. Oh, are we surprised? No, we're not. Okay, let's go here. I'm going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, let me show you. I think let's start with reporting from Daily Monitor. Read that with me. Probably I should show you here. Oops, I need to go back. Yeah. Read that, ladies and gentlemen. It says, after yesterday's meeting, this publication was told members of the ruling party had been quietly asked to mobilize support for Budama Central Member of Parliament, Jacob Oboth-Oboth, to join the race. I don't know what that means. Quietly asked if they're going to mobilize support. How do you mobilize support in a very quiet way? This should tell you that the lady herself has been used and discarded. Now, social media is awash with clips of mockery of Anita Among, really flying too close to the sun, girl. We told you, come on. We've seen this. Don't think that you're any... I don't understand. Tell me the language we should use to tell these people that Museveni doesn't care. And he doesn't care because that's who he is. No, this is how all dictatorships operate. I was forced to even actually read your notes from this book. Remember a few days ago? From the Dictator's Handbook? I read you. I think I still even have where... Yeah, it's right here. I read you here. It says, the three most important characteristics of a coalition, that's a criminal regime's coalition, like the group, ministers, members of parliament, RDCs, whatever, are number one, loyalty, number two, loyalty, and number three, loyalty. Now, Museveni started questioning your loyalty when you started building your own coalitions. That is a threat to his own monarchy he's trying to establish. But what were you thinking? I don't know. Let me go on and show you more stuff, ladies and gentlemen. I'll go back here. Now you have Daudi Kabanda laughing. And guess who's been warned? Justin Namere. I got a lot of news to tell you, but I'm sure many of you have seen. Okay. Now this is Kabanda posting this the last 10 minutes, posting people dancing. This is mocking Anita Among and her emissary, Namere Justin. Okay. He says, Stock and Fool shall be kicked out of parliament. She did not win genuinely. Oh, you tell me? I didn't know. Justin Namere, she's now being referred to as stock and fool. Spoiled stock. What? She did not win genuinely. No, I don't care. Look, the truth is, Namere did not win genuinely. But Namere as well told us that this man doesn't have the credentials to be member of parliament. He doesn't have a senior 4, neither a senior 6 certificate, but he's member of parliament. So that's why I said you don't have to take sides. These are opposite sides or different sides of the same coin. But the infighting is exposing the rot they have within this criminal regime. That wasn't, okay. Muhoozi Kainerugaba himself came out and warned Justin Namere. Read with me right there, ladies and gentlemen. Muhoozi Kainerugaba says, I advise some ladies to steer clear of some of these issues. It doesn't matter how many times Museveni calls you. That doesn't make you amount to anything. I remember Winnie Karagwa being as excited as some of you in 1986. Oh my God. This is, where are the feminists? Where are they? Muhoozi says, I advise you ladies to steer clear of some of these issues. It doesn't matter how many times Museveni calls you. That doesn't make you amount to anything. I remember Winnie Karagwa being excited as some of you in 1986. Now, he doesn't remember he was a kid then, but he's been told what his dad did. It is unbelievable. This is where we are, ladies and gentlemen, that it doesn't matter. They're telling you that if you think you would get your validation from Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, if Museveni calls you and you think, oh, I'm sort of a special deal, a big deal, it amounts to nothing. This is Namere being warned that watch your back. And that's where Kabanda gets the confidence to be like, okay, Stoke and Fu will be removed out of parliament. And then he's the one who announced just in, Honorable Jacob Oboth-Oboth is the next Speaker of Parliament. But before he did, Muhoozi Kainerugaba had tweeted at 5 a.m. Ugandan time. What time does he go to bed? Okay. And then you have... okay, let's go back here. Jeez, it is unbelievable what they're doing to these people. NUP and Kabobi used to think they were crazy until they met a really crazy person. Okay, before we go into that crap, okay, this is him announcing. He has been the best minister in our government for the past 5 years. I want to be the first to endorse him for Speaker of Parliament, 2026-2031. God bless Honorable Oboth-Oboth. It's as if, Now, see what they're doing. Honorable Taibwa is a very good man. He's my young brother. He has no problems. He's protected. I wonder why he's not saying the same about Anita Among. Excuse me. I wonder why. So when they say Taibwa has no problem, he's protected, that should imply that we have a problem with Anita Among and she's not protected. That's the subtext. Reading between the lines. Okay. And then now he's just posted just a few minutes ago. Let's go back and read what he's just posted. It says, we want to unanimous approval of Muzee's decision in Parliament. Secretary General Todwong and GS Kabanda must work on that. Wow. They're saying, okay, we want our guy to be approved. Leave Justin Name, that's my sister. I have no issues with her. Of course, after Stoke Mpia has several missing pieces, like good nose, I think we'll order another stock. Stoke Mpia. Imagine how they reduce a member of parliament. Of course, she rigged the election, but they're reducing her to now describing her physical features, her body features. Stoke Mpia has several missing pieces, like good noses. I think we'll order another stock. What? These are the kind of leaders you guys are campaigning. You guys love. The NRM and Pilar Olij want to convince you that, you know what? These are the best people we have. We have in Muhoozi we trust. Okay. I'll go back to, I think, hey, I don't want to, blow my own trumpet, but I should. I told you, when Andrew Mwenda came out and mildly attacked, exposed the connections, the networks of Anita Among, the amount of wealth she has amassed, the threat she poses to the ruling folks, especially to the first family, it was pretty much asking her to quit, get out of the race, drop out. That's what he was saying. Anita Among did not obey. He even got to an extent of saying, you know what, Nobati Mao was asked to contest by Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. That only should tell you that if you're still a darling to Museveni, he's not going to have somebody contest, against you. But they brought Mao as a signal to this woman, drop out of the race. She refused. Not that Nobati Mao was any better. In the end of it all, he becomes the pawn that is being used on a chessboard political chessboard of Museveni. So she refused. Let me take you back here as we come back to this. Remember this conversation? We've made commentary about this, and I appreciate you all, folks who watch my commentaries. I've seen 20,000, 30,000, 40,000 people. We have a number of people watching these conversations, and I appreciate that you always come back. This is what, remember, this is what Andrew Mwenda said about Anita Among. This was a clear warning to her that, hey, watch yourself, listen here.
The internal coherence of the NRM. As you are aware right now, there is a significant competition on who should be speaker.
Exactly.
We are supposed to discuss this. There is internal discussion who should be speaker, and there are serious concerns if should Anita Among return as speaker. Anita Among, remember, was historically from FDC.
Yeah.
Even her deputy, the deputy speaker, Thomas Taiwo, was also from FDC.
Yes.
So
FDC, that is the Forum for Democratic Change. Yeah.
the Forum for Democratic Change, an opposition political party. Now, when she came to run for deputy speaker against Jacob Olanya, the first speaker, Thomas Taiwo was going to contest against her. She defeated him in the NRM caucus at State House, and he said he was going to run as an independent. But the president feared she may lose or it may favor the opposition, and he offered Taiwo the job of chief whip in exchange for her to be left to run and win. But once she was elected speaker, what Anita Among did was now to go, and previously she was an outsider to NRM seeking the president's patronage to get through. Now, when she comes into, she begins winning over NRM structures, NRM district councillors, sub-county councillors, parish councillors, then NRM leagues for the youth, for women, for the disabled, for entrepreneurs. So that last year, when it came to running for national vice chairperson of the NRM on the women's ticket against a seasoned Rebecca Kadaga, who was former speaker, she defeated her hands down. She won by more than 80% of the vote. Now, but what did that signify, Charles? It meant that Anita Among has actually captured the political infrastructure of the NRM across the country.
Anita Among. It signified that Anita Among had captured the political infrastructure of the NRM in the country. Museveni doesn't care about the Rolls Royce. Museveni doesn't care about the humongous houses you're building across the country. He doesn't care how much money you steal from national coffers. All he cares about is you becoming a threat to what has become a throne. That alone. Having this influence over this NRM structure was a threat. Now, this was Andrew Mwenda speaking. But again, you can as well replace his face with Muhoozi Kainerugaba. These are conversations they had had. And in order to tell Anita Among that they were following her, they knew what she was doing, they sent Andrew Mwenda to speak as though this is his own observation and, he's been watching and it's just giving commentary. No. Whenever you see Andrew Mwenda speaking, no, that is Muhoozi Kainerugaba speaking at the same time.
Whether you talk of these different leagues, youth, women, disabled, entrepreneurs, whether you talk of district structures, district councillors, sub-county councillors, LC5 chairman, town clerks, all those people, she has won them. Now, she's a very consolidated person in the party. You come to parliament. She has a strong hold over parliament, both NRM, the independents, but also plus the opposition. Because she came from there, those people, she knows them personally. They can share with her their most intimate fears and anxieties and seek her assistance. Then she has also money. Now, remember, people in NRM do not want anybody.
When he says, remember, people in the NRM do not want anybody, people, just cross that word, people, and replace it with Museveni, Muhoozi, Janet Kataha, and Keleba Kandwanaho, famously known as Salim Saleh. Without those people, the National Robbers Movement doesn't exist. The NRM, resistance, whatever.
To wield that amount of power. But more than that, she has also won over the judiciary. You know, you cannot take a case to court against Anita Among in the judiciary and win. Because many judges who are being appointed, she's the one who has to approve them through parliament.
Wow.
Their children are given jobs by her at parliament. The Parliamentary Commission has employed.
All this is Muhoozi Kainerugaba telling Anita Among, we watch you. We know what you're doing. Like, he didn't go into details, but he's trying to say, hey, we can actually show whom you've employed. How he's pretty much telling her, we are pretty much investigating, keeping our eyes and spying on you.
More than 2,000 people, and she's the one who dispenses those jobs. And Charles, the Parliamentary Commission is the highest paying institution in Uganda. If you want your daughter hired, my granddaughter Charlene, you want her hired, send her to Parliament of Uganda. The minimum salary is about 10 million shillings. So all these ministers, judges, whatever it is, bishops and prelates, all of them have their children working at Parliament, earning good salaries, and they have been hired by Anita Among. So there is concern. There's concern. So, she has effective control over powerful elites.
Okay.
About the race for the speakership, and because it seemed that this was sewn up, Bob, isn't it? Is it that
Let's come back to that. There's more to that, ladies and gentlemen. Let me remind you that day when Anita Among was elected speaker, we were busy dancing like. Chris Oboth, once respected journalist, reducing himself to this because he knew what he was getting. Siphoning money, stealing from national coffers. And you have seen, reported by Agatha Tyree, Agora Discourse, a number of folks, independent journalists, they have reported of how much money this gentleman was receiving. His bank account used to receive money. Okay, let's go here. Then, what else did I wanted to show you here? There was another clip. Listen.
The action of the UK could imply
this is when Anita Among was sanctioned.
That they are active participants
in
Uganda's local politics.
Local.
Thus targeting high-ranking national leaders at the urging of their foreign agents. 3. Uganda has regulatory, investigatory, and disciplinary institutions
regulatory, disciplinary
that deal with corruption.
Okay, they were telling us that, you know what, that's all a lie, only for Nobert Mao to tell us no.
Rehabilitation.
Okay.
Achali muto ajja kudda nga bamaze rehabilitating. She's an injured soldier. Yaba NRM bakimanyi n'olwekyo baleme kutunuulira muntu batunuulire Uganda eneeba etya kati okutwala general ali injured kitegeeza nti mujja ku.
What's going on here? My network? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? It's got to play. Let's see here.
General ali injured kitegeeza nti mujja ku.
Okay, we're going to come back to that. For some reason, it's playing games on me. But that was Nobert Mao saying, do not be fooled into thinking that, you know what? Anita Among was, the sanctioning was politically motivated because she passed the, what is it called? The anti-homosexuality bill, whatever. That's what Nobert Mao was telling us. I'm trying to connect here my internet one more time. I don't know why it disconnected. Maybe Anita Among is saying, Mordecai, you shouldn't be releasing that video. Regardless, I'm going to have to. You're watching it, so Anita Among did not win. I'm fixing my internet right here. Just a second. Yes, we are back. He was still telling us.
Ate sanctions zino baleme kubuzaabuza abantu nti bazireeta lwa anti-homosexuality act.
Oh, we were told that, she was carrying a cross for 50 million Ugandans.
Sanctions zino za bubbibwa sente mu gavumenti.
Hey! Okay, now I know. Like I didn't know.
Era biri mu buwandiike.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want this video is becoming extremely long. Okay, let me show you the final words from Andrew Mwenda, and then I'll show you one more thing, then we can call it a day.
He was not running. So he went to run because the president wanted him in parliament.
Museveni wanted Nobati Mao in parliament.
And it is also said that
there are very many forces in it.
That constituency was created for him. Because
that is one. The second thing, the second thing is that many people in NRM are concerned that given the amount of power and influence Anita Among has accumulated, and the money she has accumulated, I've told you she has influence in the parliament, she has influence across the country in all NRM structures, but she also has influence in the judiciary, overwhelming influence in the judiciary. And then she has also a huge influence on Ugandan elites in whether Mufutis or bishops or ministers whose children every day she's employing at parliament. She has a lot of say over many things. And people are concerned that...
People, he means Museveni, Muhoozi, Kataha, and Salim Saleh.
The person with that amount of power, and especially if you're looking towards a future transition, you don't want her to be speaker.
Well, you have won. She's not going to be speaker. Your boss, Muhoozi Kainerugaba, the Napo baby, has already decided she's not going to be speaker. Now, ladies and gentlemen, breaking news here. This Ninja Tabs is telling us some things you might not know, but he's saying Nalubowa, the NUP candidate in Masaka City, whose victory was rigged by Justin Namere. Well, actually, I think I've seen Namere has already been sworn in. Nalubowa should start preparing her goat. The EC has been instructed to present DR forms for Masaka district. An unnamed general has been assigned to handle the matter and report immediately. Hey! But if it is the general now handling this, is Nalubowa ours? Why is the general interest? This is what I hate. This is, oh my God, that's the danger of dictatorships. They delegate a general, go fix that. And then he's going to come with a double cabin with soldiers and guns and stuff to intimidate people, force them to do stuff that are against the law. But okay, Tab says, we are yet to see Uganda versus Chris Obore or Kwi Sise Namuju, others still at large. You can take this to Absa right away. They're telling us that, now you're going to see Chris Obore and the like, the Anita Among being dragged to the courts of law to explain about all this money. Who handles finances in the office of the Speaker of Parliament of Uganda? Just asking. You know what he's trying to do here, ladies and gentlemen. That group of people around Anita Among that were armed have already received messages to return to police what belongs to police. Wow. Their movement permits and marching orders have already been recalled. Wow. Ladies, read it yourself. Read it yourself, ladies and gentlemen. Read that. The group of people around Anita Among that were armed have already received messages to return to police what belongs to the police. Bring back the guns. Bring back the uniform. Their movement permits and marching orders have already been recalled. What? What? In Uganda, we say, Chifumba Mutuku. Ooh, my Lord. Okay, this is what I'm going to do, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want this video to be an hour long, but I hope you enjoyed. If you really think I missed out on something, down in the comment section, let me know where you're watching me from. And please don't just tell me, Mordecai, I'm from Fort Portal, or Mordecai, I'm from London. No. Let me know what you think. And I'll continue following this. It is extremely late here in the US. But I said, you need this. And I want to tell you this. There's more stories coming. I mean, We have a Bobby Wine interview coming. We have the battle between Kabanda, Namere, Full Figure, that really, really got dirty. It's coming. And what else do we have? I think we have another story coming. So we are giving you a lot of stuff tonight. So keep around. If you're in Uganda, load enough data. And if you want to say that in Uganda, use that data. I don't know how data changes to data when you say in English. Bagaita malala, lugezi. And it is okay. My name is Mordecai Murisa. I really, really wish you a wonderful time. Unless, I think I'm not forgetting anything. I don't think. Make sure those in Baganda. Make sure those in Baganda. Do you realize it's not the Baganda who are saying goodbye to you? Anita, it is not the Baganda, but you fought tooth and nail to make sure the Baganda don't get the numbers. They didn't get the numbers, but you're also losing. You are losing.
Did you enjoy what you just watched?
I'm sure they did.
I'm going to guess that you did. How about you consider subscribing to Mordecai Marissa Live YouTube channel? Thank you.